So for those of you who have never been to the Grand Canyon, that's where I am. So there's a visitor parking, and once you park, you have different options, but in other words, like different paths you can take. But one of them is the I think one is stall. Pause. It's an interlude. One is the Rim Trail, and then there's an amphitheater, and then there is the Mather Point Overlook, and where I parked was the Grand Canyon Visitor Center, but they have like a Mather Point shuttle stop that you can take and the Mather Point Overlook. But this is what you can expect it to look like when you're walking on the path. And then these guardrails, and you go up to the guardrail looking into the Grand Canyon, being very, very excited. Oh, I'm at the Grand Canyon. And then there it is. And you can tell that the trail continues to go. They have all these other overlooks. This is, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening. And so the sun is setting, obviously, and the clouds, I think it rained. It had just rained right before I had gotten here. But here's another. What did I see when I was coming out here? I saw lots of elk. I saw some horses. They were just roaming free. So be very careful. The Grand Canyon is open, business as usual. I didn't come through anybody monitoring the stations. So they have kiosks where you can pay with your credit card, and they give you a pass in the screen that gives you options for whatever car you're driving. So if it's a private vehicle, it was $35 for a week, which was the same amount I paid when I went to Yellowstone and the same amount I paid when I went to Glacier National. And you can walk quite a distance. I think this might stretch maybe a mile on this route. Right here, I'm about to take you. This is the Mather Point. So we have steps going down.
Okay, where's Brian? Brian.
It is wheelchair accessible.
Hey guys, stay close to Mom and Dad. Get over here now, please.
Different, I think, from a different access point. And a lot of people come here for obviously great photo ops. So I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can see.
Oh, lightly.
Yeah, if you want to tip. You see the one you can jump onto? You didn't see the cage over there, Christian?
So there's a storm that just passed, and so people were noticing lightning striking in the distance. And it's great to watch the sunset from here as well. But I'm going to take you over here and show you another point of interest.
You should have been equivalent.
But move it. So, much like Sedona, you can tell where the white layers are in the rock is where sediment had collected. And that was during when this was all underwater from the river, but with wind and with the pressure of the water and of course elements, it's actually cut away at the rock, as we know, but you can see where it had been some like a shoreline for a time. So that doesn't mean that this was necessarily just a river that was raging all the time. There was actually some points where it was probably not rushing and stagnant long enough to have there be sand or sediment that had collected as part of the rock. But depending on what was going on in the environment, so you have a lot of on the red rock, which is iron exposure, and then coming to the top is more, I believe it's limestone. So if you dig down, you get limestone. You go further down, it's more of like a iron-based rock. So more iron in the rock, potentially some clay-based. I should really fact check instead of just going based off what I know. But I'm going to take everyone back over to the storm and see if I can give you a great view of some lightning. I'm going to turn it around. Has there been more lightning?
We did rafting, and then the biggest thing I would say after we did it, yeah, and it was chill. It was chill. Yeah, this was not as fun. Like whitewater rafting, I've done younger in Colorado, like legit, but this was still fun. It was more of a. It was a flow with a few rapids. We did the. Oh, okay. These are just class 1 and 2. Yeah. Well, and if you
No lightning.
To do it, I guess some of the best whitewater rafting
Sorry.
in the Cataract Canyon.
I'll film more.
It's like